Currently I'm at the Undercliffe Cemetery in Bradford, and I want to take you to the resting place of 𝗕𝗥𝗡𝗦, affectionately known as Harry Graham to his friends. Now just behind me is his resting place with his wife 𝗕𝗥𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏. Now Harry himself used to be a cab driver, but on the morning of 7th of September 1944, around about 5:30 a.m, the police found his dead body in the back of his cab with a fractured skull. Must have been hit by a blunt object, and he was at the age of 58. So let's look at this grave. Now I suppose the advantage is he's laid to rest at the end of the promenade, easy to find, but as you look at the grave itself, unfortunately it's been neglected. In this video we shall restore the grave and also the neighbouring grave, and Mark Nicholson will narrate the story of the tragic death of 𝗕𝗥𝗡𝗦.
We've covered a number of unsolved local murders on the Bradford Through the Lens YouTube channel, and here is yet another grim chapter in our city's history to add to our growing list of cold case files. At 5:30 a.m. on the morning of Thursday the 7th of September 1944, a grisly discovery was made on Rawley Lane, opposite the original location of the gates of 𝗕𝗏𝗘𝗦 Cemetery. A taxi cab was parked there, and PC Joseph Pell went to investigate. The interior of the taxi was blood splattered, and the policeman was undoubtedly horrified to discover the corpse of its driver slumped on the floor in the back of the cab. Harry Graham, or Harrison Graham as he was known to some, had suffered a tremendous fracture to his skull, most likely caused by a spanner or hammer. A former native of Durham, Harry had relocated to Bradford in 1930. He had been employed to work at a coal yard, but an injury sustained in the First World War eventually affected his labours. So in July 1944, Harry decided to switch his occupation to that of a self-employed taxi driver. After purchasing his cab, Harry had not even possessed the required licence to drive a taxi for a week when his battered body was discovered in the back of his car. The licence was missing, as was any fare takings, so Harry had been attacked and robbed. Despite a thorough search of the area and its drains, no clues regarding the identity of the person who had attacked Harry could be found, nor was the object that had been used as a weapon. After speaking to witnesses, the police identified several unknown persons of interest, but none of them ever came forward or were ever located. Despite further appeals for information, including some via loudspeaker at football grounds and racetracks, the efforts to solve the murder mystery just drew blanks. The police remained convinced that fear was preventing somebody somewhere from coming forward. Harry Graham's inquest was returned with the verdict that the 58-year-old taxi driver had been murdered by a person or persons unknown, and he was laid to rest in this plot at Undercliffe Cemetery. And whilst it's unlikely that Harry Graham will ever receive justice for what happened to him, all we can do now is hope that he is resting at peace.
Alright, go push. Push. Okay.
Good, we've got no battery, haven't we?
No, that's all we've got to do this one as well.
Can't see, Chris. Can't go over the side. Take it out.
Should have done that with the first one. You in, yeah?
Yeah, it's in. Move it about a bit. Move it wider. That's fine.
Like,
That's fine.